Hey, what's up you guys? My name is Jen and this is Through Thick and Thin. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, thank you for clicking on today's video. If you could go ahead, hit that subscribe button down below. I make new videos every Tuesday and Sunday. Today is Tuesday and it is a video where we just sit down and kind of chat about things that I'm learning with weight loss, intuitive eating, healthful, mindful habits, that sort of jazz. And then Sundays are a grocery haul, shop with me, food related video. So if that sounds interesting to you, please subscribe down below, hit the like button, and if you are a returning subscriber, hi boo, what's up? So today I wanted to talk about how to be healthy without dieting or obsession. I was thinking about it the other day, and I remember being conscious of my body and how I was bigger than other kids when I was in pre-K. Like before we even went to school, in preschool, I knew that I was bigger and I knew that that was bad. Okay, even as like a 5-year-old child, I knew that thinner was better, and I was not thin. And ever since then, I've been obsessed with diets, right? How do I make myself smaller? I remember wishing as a child that I could get liposuction, because if I could just get all the fat off my body, I could start over and it would be good. I tried so many diets over the years, 1 meal a day style diets. I did low fat, low carb, vegan, Weight Watchers, like you name it, I've tried it. And the thing is about diets is they work, and so they make you feel good. I mean, restrictive diets make you lose weight right away. That's kind of their thing. I mean, I've lost the same 40 pounds like 4 times now, so they work. They work until you relax for a minute. Then you start to gain a little bit back, and then a little bit turns into a cheat meal, cheat day, cheat week, cheat month, cheat year, and then right back to where we started. And the thing that sucks is that you feel really good when you're on a diet, because everybody's like, oh my gosh, you've lost so much weight, like I didn't even notice, like that's so amazing for you, and you feel really good and you internalize that. And then what happens to all that when you start to gain it back? It goes away. People stop telling you how good you look, and people stop telling you how proud they are of you, and you end up even more miserable than you were before you started the diet, and statistically speaking, heavier than when you started the diet. And so it's like, okay, so diets long-term don't work. And I don't know about you, but I care about long-term results. I don't really care if I'm thin for this summer, if I'm heavier for the rest of my life. Like I care about being a healthy person long-term. And scientifically speaking, diets make it harder to lose weight, not easier. And I know that sounds crazy because the diet industry has told you that they are the only way that you can lose weight, but it's not true. They're selling you that because they want money, not because they want to make you smaller. Diets help you to develop bad habits. The whole restrictive mindset of can't have that, and then you end up binging because there's this whole scarcity complex in your head that, you know, oh, I can't have any more bad meals, so I have to have one last giant meal before I go on my diet, like that sort of thing, leads to binges. And then it can like mess up your metabolism long term. I mean, there are people who have dieted their entire lives, and you have to eat a smaller amount of calories to even maintain, let alone to keep losing weight if you reduce your calories like that. And so diets don't work. They suck. That's it. They don't work. And I'm tired of being stuck in a loop of, you know, lose the 40 pounds, gain the 40 pounds, lose the 40 pounds, gain the 40 pounds. And I've seen so many people in my life do the same thing, where they lose weight and then gain it and lose it and gain it, and they're always after losing that 40 pounds before we go on vacation this year or whatever. And that's not the life I want for myself. So what do we do? If you're with me here and you don't want that life either, what do we do if it's not a diet? And the key, and I know you've heard it before, but you've heard it in trying to sell you a diet. So let's pretend we've never heard the phrase lifestyle change before, okay? It's gone. Okay, let me tell you what a lifestyle change is, okay? What a lifestyle change is not is a restrictive diet where, we cut out, like when I went vegan, I was told it's a lifestyle change, right? It's a lifestyle. Live the vegan lifestyle. That's not a lifestyle, that's a diet, okay? That is a diet. Lifestyle change. It can be hard, especially if you don't know how to do it. And so I'm gonna walk you through some steps on the best ways to go about making a lifestyle change. And I think the last one is the one that has helped me the most, but they're all really, really important. So let's get to it. The first one is you have to love the changes that you're making. They have to have intrinsic motivation in them. So what the heck does that mean? It means that we have to feel good about doing it from the actual action itself. So an example, my camera just shook, sorry. An example of intrinsic motivation is that I like going for a nature walk because I get to enjoy nature on the walk and I like hearing the birds chirp. Extrinsic motivation is I go for a jog and then I allow myself a dessert, or I go to the gym and then I can play an extra hour of video games tonight. Studies show that if there is no intrinsic motivation and it's just extrinsic motivation, you actually begin to resent not only just the thing you're trying to put into your life, but also the thing that you're rewarding yourself with, and it doesn't work. So I have always loved the way that runners looked. I think they look so lean and fit, and I always wanted to be a runner. The only problem is every time I go to run, I hate it. I absolutely hate running, okay? It doesn't jive with me. I feel like I'm dying, and every time I try to push myself and tell myself that I love it, it never works. And even if I buy myself a new shirt after I've done three runs that week, it doesn't help because it's extrinsic motivation. Even though I want a new shirt, I need a new shirt, I end up just saying, screw it, I don't even care because I hate running so much. When instead, now I've started going to the gym and lifting weights, and that makes me feel good. I feel strong when I lift weights, and my anxiety is lower when I regularly exercise, and it makes me feel good knowing that I went to the gym and I feel accomplished. And that's not something that I'm putting on myself, that's just I feel good after I do it. And that may not be it for you. I'm not saying that going to the gym is the solution for everybody, but there is something out there for everyone that makes you feel good. For example, you may find that you love cooking, right? You could be searching for the newest, freshest ingredients and go to farmers markets and find, the freshest zucchini that you can find and put that into a dish, and that can make you really happy because you're learning new recipes and how to cook. That's intrinsic motivation. We want to focus on finding healthy habits that bring us intrinsic motivation, not extrinsic motivation. And you may be thinking, there's nothing that I can think of that would bring me that intrinsic motivation. And to that I say, start super, super small. It may be that you just put your gym shoes on. You want to go for a walk around the block, and that's it. There's no pressure, there's no anything, just a walk around the block. And eventually your body will learn the cue of, I put my gym shoes on, I go for a walk. And then once you're on the walk, you maybe want to do just one lap around the block. Maybe eventually you want to do a mile, and then 2 miles, or maybe you just want to stay at the block walk. That's perfectly fine. That's more than what you were doing. We don't need to worry about the calories. or the time, none of it. We're just focusing on creating healthy habits with intrinsic motivation. The second step would be to be more mindful about how we live our lives. So it's super easy to go on autopilot. I don't know about you guys, but there are times when I drive to work and I get there and I don't even know how I got there. Like, I know I drove here, but I don't really remember the ride here, or I don't know what I ate for lunch yesterday or what I did last week. And that's totally normal, but I want to encourage you to be more mindful about what you're doing. So part of intuitive eating for me is when I feel hungry, you can't really see my tummy. I'm doing this on my tummy, but when I feel hungry, I think about, okay, what does my body need right now? I know it kind of sounds a little crazy, but stick with me. What does my body need right now? And when I really think about it, I can think, oh, like I need something salty, or I need some protein, or I just really want something sweet. And I focus on what I actually want in that moment. So if I want something salty, I just go get something salty and I'm mindful about my choices. And so if we're just on autopilot and we think, oh, I'm hungry, I want something salty, but salty snacks aren't good for us, and so I'm going to eat a banana instead. Well, guess what? You're not going to feel satisfied. You're not going to just eat that banana and then, okay, I'm good now. No, you're going to eat the banana and then you're going to eat an apple and a salad, and then eventually you're going to go eat the pretzels that you should have just eaten in the first place. So if we are more mindful with what we need, we can focus on those healthy habits that are going to bring us closer to our health goals. So I've been doing a keep, start, stop reflection at the end of the week. So I think about what I've done this week and if it worked or not. So if it worked, I want to keep it. If it didn't work and it didn't bring me what I thought it would bring to me, I can either stop doing it or I can alter what I'm doing and start something new. So for example, I really wanted to start pre-packing my lunches because if I don't, then I end up like buying lunch. I started this week buying foods that are easier for me to take to lunch, that I don't have to think about prepping. So I bought a rotisserie chicken that can easily just be cut up and put onto a salad or eaten on its own. And I got like little veggie dip cups that I can just throw in a lunch bag and not have to think about it, with some carrots that I don't have to prep. I got mandarin oranges that don't need to be washed, and I can just throw them in my lunch bag and boom, out the door. So that is something that I started this week, and at the end of this week, I can reevaluate and say, okay, I want to keep this plan because it worked well for me. Or if it didn't work, I can say, you know what, it didn't work, I'm just gonna stop it and I don't think it's going to work. Or I can say, okay, this didn't work, so now I need to start pre-packaging my meals at the beginning of the week so that I don't have to think about packing it at all during the week. So that's sort of the keep, start, stop thing that I've been doing, and it seems to be working really well for me. And the last step that I think is the most important is just focusing on the law of attraction. I live my life how I think I would if I were the shape that I want to be. It's like if you focus on positive things will come to you, sort of thing. Like, is it actually like a law? Probably not, but that's just what it's called. So I, want to be a healthy person. So I live my life how I think a healthy person would live. So I'm trying to cook more meals and not eat out as much, and I'm trying to exercise more because it makes me feel good. And if I were the smaller size that I would hope to be one day, I would be exercising a couple times a week, that sort of thing. So I really focus on surrounding myself with love and positivity and bringing myself up instead of hating myself down, because the fact of the matter is we cannot hate ourselves into a smaller size. If you just hate yourself and you hate your body and you hate what you see when you look in the mirror, you hate everything, you're going to outwardly express hate. And you're not going to be a happy person. You're not going to thrive. You're not going to be the healthy individual that you want to be. But if we surround ourselves with love and positivity, and we take the time to prep vegetables for ourselves and take the time to exercise, and we tell ourselves that we are worth that extra effort, we can love ourselves into healthier, happier human beings. And that has been so life-changing for me. Just, I got a new shirt recently. I spent time doing my makeup. I adopted a new hair routine. All of these things make me feel more worthy as a person, and therefore, because I'm worthy of all of this extra love and attention, I am worth it to go the extra mile in becoming a healthier person. It's not, you are such a fat, ugly person, you don't deserve to eat. It's, I love myself so much that I deserve to eat fresh fruits and vegetables, and I deserve to eat a hearty home-cooked meal that makes me feel good and satisfied, and I deserve to stop when I feel satisfied because that's all I need, and I'm okay, and you're okay. I definitely love the place that I'm in mentally right now, and physically I'm feeling stronger. I feel better in the mornings when I wake up. I feel so good, and I hope that I can bring you along this health journey with me and help you to feel just as good as I do. So with all of that being said, we're gonna focus on intrinsic motivation. We're gonna be more mindful. And we're gonna focus on the law of attraction, because you are worth it. Remember, you can make today a great day or not. The choice is yours. Have a good one. Bye, guys.